First, can you tell me your name?
Michelle Steele.
And you're a representative from Washington or Senator? House, right? Which district?
I represent California 45th.
Oh, California.
District. Yes.
That's because of Washington event. California. Okay, very good. So we heard a little bit of your personal history and how you got involved in this. You're here. How long have you been in the House now?
This is my second term.
Okay, this is that we're in now. This will be
Yes.
closing second term. It's been very busy down there and very partisan. You have a Democratic Senate and a Republican House and sort of revolving chairs for the speakers. What do you see like through all the haze, the work that you have to do and that you have your hands on?
You know, we really work hard on, every issues because 2017 tax reform, the Trump's tax reform, is all expiring next year. So I'm on the Ways and Means Committee. So we put the tax team together. One of the tax team called U.S. Innovation. I'm co-chair for that. So we want to make sure that everybody has their hard-working money put it in their pocket. They cannot really raise those corporation taxes from 21% right now that the Biden administration is thinking about that they're going to raise back to 28%. That's not going to really cut it. So and then we try to bring intellectual properties, manufacturing companies, all coming inside of the United States. That's really important. So we work on all those tax issues and trade issue, how dangerous that China is. They never play fair game, and I am on actually select committee on CCP. And what we are talking about that when they try to take over Taiwan, what kind of economic impact, what kind of fair trade that they're going to work on it right now, and all these small, merchandise is coming in because the $800 limits, the line they try to bring, so all these suddenly bicycles are $7.99 or all these small packages coming in, or they're not really doing the right thing, so we really have to watch it. But this year, so next year when we are working on the tax reform, it's a little different than 2017 because OECD got involved. We were talking about digital taxes, Pillar 1, Pillar 2, global minimum taxes. So 2017 is a little different than now. It's much more complicated with nationwide. That's the reason that we already started. Our chairman of Ways and Means Committee, Jason Smith, has been doing a great job. So we put that things together. How about education? I'm on the education committee, and we found out that how much money went in from terrorists, like Qatar was actually giving out money, and there's 6 campuses in Qatar, our universities, and they're stealing all of our intellectual properties. And these universities actually didn't even pay 1 penny to build those campuses in Qatar. So when university president came, we asked that how much did you receive from Qatar? They said, we're gonna get back to you. After those hearings, they all decided to quit, so I never really got the answers. Our job in universities, we have to teach our kids how to think, not how to be brainwashed. That's what we have to work on. And then AI task force, and I'm on select committee on China, executive commission on China. On 5th one, I got appointed AI task force. You know what? For China, stealing is much cheaper and faster. So they're the ones stealing our data. They're the ones stealing cyber attacks, mostly coming from China. We have to protect our own people here. So you know what? These are all important stuffs. Forget about bipartisan. No, too much partisan. We have to work with bipartisan, and we have to work for our people. Next year it's more important than ever. So a lot of tax packages actually went to Senate. Schumer was not actually putting that on the floor. So when we have Republican Congress, Republican Senate, and President Trump representing us, I think it's going to be much better for the America.
Just one last question. Since you're working in the area of finance, particularly looking at the budget issues, you have somewhere in the vicinity of 50% of discretionary budget going to military, and inside of that, or in addition to that, I don't know, 150, $200 billion to Ukraine and how much to other places. How are you guys looking at that in terms of the reality of trying to get a grasp on, on the budget?
You know what? First of all, the Ukraine war didn't have to start. You know, as I said, that Russia attacked Crimea and took over under Biden. No, under Obama. Now in Ukraine, when Russian troops lined up Ukraine borders, we knew something's going to happen. We could have got to prevent it. Now that if we're not helping Ukraine, you see China is looking at us very closely right now, that how we are working with our allies. We really have to work with our allies. But at the same time, you saw that, we are wasting a lot of money for Green New Deal. Maybe some works, but you know what, most of that is not going to work. And then you are giving all these, tuitions. You know what, they chose to go to college. They have to pay for it. So Wall Street Journal, a couple of months ago, they wrote that when you keep doing it for that 2000 tax reform for next 10 years, $3.7 trillion shortage is gonna coming up. But you can offset with Green New Deal and giving out these free money that, for giving tuitions, it can be offset. The difference is when you lower the taxes, job grows,
right.
Industry, grows. So you know what, we really have to choose. It's very easy to choose where we are standing, and that's what we're gonna push it as a Republican.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.